when you were served by the officer or something, do you know what officer served you and gave you my name?
It would be at the courthouse. It would be it would be on my document through the courthouse for the transcriber.
And what did he say?
The server, or the process server. So that name would be at the courthouse. Because he's the one that serves at the courthouse. He's the one that serves the people.
Was he a young man or was he an older gentleman?
Older gentleman. He flies a plane.
Yeah, his name is George.
Yeah, he flies a Cessna.
Yeah.
White Cessna.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, he had told me your number because when he served me, process served me, I come out and I said I'm a disabled veteran and that all those things that are going on I've been trying to stop and I've been trying to take care of everything, and being disabled, it's not like you can really do everything, and I try to take on the world as one person and I can't do it. And well, the moral to this is that I got my name on a reverse mortgage, and I've been trying to get it out of the reverse mortgage and get it put into my name, and there seems like so many things that's coming around or going about that I'm having confusion with everything that's trying to go on, and they're trying to evict me from my place, and like he said, technically you can't evict a disabled veteran.
Right. You're protected under the Soldiers and Sailors Act.
The what?
Soldiers and Sailors Act.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do, do you know when
yeah, I'm losing reception.
Do you know when the hearing is?
The hearing had already been passed, and I got let me get the paperwork out of my pocket. I'll give you all the information that I know. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
How's the weather where you're at?
Cold. I'm south of you about 4 hours probably.
Really? For Detroit?
Yeah.
Back home?
Yep.
Huh.
Pretty close. Yeah, we love George. We've had, with what I do is we indict them and for perpetrating crimes against people, and poor George, his son has been picked up I don't know how many times just for process serving, and it's been an interesting journey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, life is that way.
It is.
All right, the paperwork is the application and order of eviction through the state of Michigan, 79th Court, Ludington. My case number is 12-13424-LP.
12-134. Can you read that number again?
The case number is 12-13424.
424. And it's followed by two initials, LP?
Yeah.
Is that in district court?
Yes.
Yeah, that's magistrate.
And it's the landlord tenant land contract or whatever, order of eviction.
Right. When are you supposed to be out?
On the 21st of February.
Okay.
And I'm not out because I was, what my dad told me? He said, you want them to take this farm, they'll give you one last thing. You want to die on this farm, get your gun and shoot yourself in front of them, and then you live your life. Whether or not you lived after that, the moral is your life was served, and if you get attacked by the government and they're making you unhappy, at least die happy.
No.
I don't want to do that.
No, absolutely not.
But the moral is that's what my father told me. If the worst case scenario, you want to live your happy life and end your life that way, and you want to die on that farm, you want to live on that farm, that's the way to do it. And friggin', I took care of my father till he died. I got out of the service and I went on my own, and I was disabled, and I went to the VA and they denied me, and I took care of my own self and my mom helped take care of me, and friends took care of me to get over the post-traumatic stress. And then I went and I asked the VA again, and they denied me. 4 years they denied me, and I went up there trying to get their service and trying to get help to get better, to become a better person, and they denied me every time. And then they finally accepted me and said, you can come in, we'll see you, come in here with a big screen TV and have a hot dog. And they didn't want to see me, they wanted me to enter to win a big screen TV. And I haven't had, you still there?
Yes.
And I haven't had the chance to even do anything with my property, to combine my property, to have it all as one property parcel and not 5 parcels, and my taxes instead of being 5 different parcels into one parcel. And it's like all these things that I'm trying to do, and everyone that was, because I'm 31 years old, and I'm trying to ask my mom to help me, because I've never had my first home. I've never owned property until I had my property, and my dad died, and then everything I'm trying to transition. And you know what I mean? When a child asks for guidance, and every organization that he's looking up to pushes him down and kicks him around, what does he do?
I know.
When he fought for our country, and then he goes to the VA and says, look, I'm hurt, and I want to be better, and they deny him, and they push him aside for years.
I know.
And the man struggles.
But
be better. Become a better person than to be a father.
I know, but you're already a good person. And what's going on is that we were all smoozed into thinking that this place is a country. The United States of America is a style, it's a word, or a chain of events created by Congress and the League of Nations. This is how they take advantage of us. They raise us, they have us being patriotic to this thing, and we're not supposed to be patriotic to it. And you're learning this now, so don't let it hurt you. Uh-oh, hung up. He said he cut out. I don't think he hung up on me, but he'll call me back. Okay, so it wasn't random law enforcement, it was George. Okay, are you, yeah.
Yeah, I lost reception.
Yeah. But the
satellite.
Yeah, the country that we thought we were living in does not exist. It never existed. It was created by Congress at the Articles of Confederation. And what happened was they took over as the League of Nations and taught us to be patriotic to them. But the thing is that there's nothing here. They've been using us, all of us, especially us against each other, and to our detriment, to generate revenue for them, and them only. The IRS generates revenue to the original 13 colonies. The court system generates revenue to the original 13 colonies. The medical industry generates revenue to the original 13 colonies. And this is known as GDP. We are the product of gross domestic product. And what's going on is that it takes a minute because we're so indoctrinated to be patriotic to this thing. We fight wars for this thing. We go and traumatize ourselves, and we get into these situations for this thing based on patriotism. And it's so sad when you finally realize that's why there's such a high suicide rate now of veterans. You know, they're being...
They all come back and there's nothing for them, and then they already know that that's the only way for happiness, honestly. I know a lot of people that come back, and that's what the alternative that they went to.
I know. But you have to realize that the onslaught is not human. The thing that's against you is principalities. Just like it says in Ephesians 6. It's a principality. It's a principle. It's an ideology. And what we're fighting is a corporate dominance. We're not fighting each other or a human thought at all. This thing is just, all it is business. They're conducting business. They've got cops going out acting as privateers. They're given letter of marque or business license to be privateers, to bring you in front of courts for condemnation and sale. And all of these things, they're just so painful to realize at first. But once you realize, you know, that it's not human beings against us. It is really a principality. It's a notion. It's under color of law. And we just have to indict them. We have to indict these people with their hands in the pocket. And we indict them for stealing us and raising us. You know, and one of the most disgusting things is that when you go overseas, you're no longer a citizen or resident. And what happens is when you come back, you automatically, you put your DD-214 in the records office. So you register that as a title. They hold the deed on that. And so part of my process is you do the forgiveness and executor doc, plus you go down there and you remove your DD-214 out of the recorder's office because you're not a piece of property. You're not real estate. And part of pulling out of the system is not being a resident. The word res, R-E-S, means you're a thing to be used as product. And it's so hard to wrap our minds around initially because it's ass backwards to what we've been taught.
Yeah. You there still?
I am.
Alright, I'm making sure I didn't lose reception.
Do you have internet access?
No, I'm not really in the social network. I ain't got a home phone because I figure if people love you and they want to see you and they know you, they're going to come and see you. They ain't going to call you. And I don't want the solicitors calling me and harassing me every day and for no reason. And I'm the only one in my block that gets love letters from the AT&T and SPC and Dish Network every day.
Yep.
And I don't get a bill in the mail from them.
Yep. That's funny.
And I try to take care of my farm. I try to take care of my wife and my family. And I have a child that's in Detroit that I haven't seen in 5 years. And a lot of this was from my farm is stemming to my child and to the caring and being able to take care of my child and have a place for him to come home to.
Right. So you're...
for him to be. And I went to the friend of the court in 2008 because me and the mother weren't seeing eye to eye, and I went to them for help so I was able to see my child. It's 2013, I have not seen my child for 1 minute.
Okay, well,
5 years.
That's another part of what I do. But first things first, we've got to get you secure. We've got to get this going so that we can get the baby back in your arms. There is nothing wrong with your parenting skills. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not a violent individual. You did what you had to do when you were overseas. That was on the directives of this fucking government that then turns around and allows your ex-wife to steal your child from you through court process. Now, these things I deal with every single day, and we will deal with this. But first things first, we've got to get you secure. I'm trying to figure out a way to get you my audios. Do you have a CD player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what that guy told me is that I had 1 week until he said you have 1 week to resolve this issue or to stop the process, or I come back here and I have to move you away.
Okay.
And that's pretty much in two more days, and after, or 2 more days or 3 more days, and I can't struggle and fight myself any more than I have already, and I can't do anything that I haven't done already, in contrast to what I've been trying to do and what I am doing. Meaning I take care of my farm, I wake up, I do my chores, and I try to make money to pay my bills, and then I clean and I do things on my farm to keep it in good condition, and then it's the next day. And I go through this all week, and then at the end of the week I spend time with family, and then I come back and I start my week all over, and then during the year I have all my chores and my jobs. I try to raise the animals and maintenance. I do it all by myself, and I take care of everything that I'm doing by myself.
All right, what?
Plumbing, electrical.
Okay, I have internet, and I know George has internet, so I'm gonna call George, and I'm gonna see if he's got that order, and if he has it, I'm gonna have him send it to me so that I can see it, and then I'll write what I need to write. And then after that, I'm going to see if I can get George to serve it or whatever. We'll figure it out. But let me call George real quick, and then I'll try you back in just a few minutes.
All right.
Okay. Be well.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey. Oh, good. Um, I just talked to Patrick, and thank you for that. But he doesn't have internet or anything else. Do you have a copy of that thing? Okay, that way I can write. And then what I'll do is I'll write it, and then can I send it to you? Because he doesn't have any computer or anything else, and then I'll get it down to soldiers and sailors and all that, and you're a godsend. And we finally got them served here, but they're really hammering on us because we took their IMF funding this time because they injured me. The bank stopped moving in December 21st, and the judge went forward, and he's been injuring me since February 6th or something, just because, yeah, Bo was fucking with them, so trying to get them to evidence their crimes, and so we wrote the indictment last week. Well, then the prosecuting attorney didn't want to go through and follow through on the indictment, although he has to. So we sent it over to the International Monetary Fund and said, hey, look, they're injuring a female. She's a protected class, and they get to lose their special drawing rights over this shit. So that's where we're at now. And last night, or yesterday, because of what we just filed, they served us with not even a 48-hour notice. They said get out by 8 a.m. So then we were scrambling around and getting everything together. So it's been kind of spotty here. But the only one that refused service was actually the Senate. And they didn't really refuse service. They said the package, they returned it to us, and it says it was open for inspection. And so they saw the contents, so we just determined that was service anyway. Screw them. Oh, it's been hairy here. Yeah, fun. But we're getting there. U.S. Marshal Service is pissed off. I've recorded everything, and as soon as I get this done, I should be seeing a mutual friend of ours within the next 2 weeks or so, and then I'll send him with some information so that he can share. And then, yeah, but this Patrick, if you can email me that real quick, I can take care of it. I think he said he's only got 2 days left. It took me a couple days to get back to him because we've been terrorized here, so